What's up, everybody? This is Jay, and this is about is Henry too good for the world of the walking dead? I think he's just a little too soft. But first, I want to thank everybody that supports my work at patreon.com/Jaymoorereviews. Without the support of my true fans, I wouldn't continue to do this work. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you enjoyed the video, hit that like. Let's get into it. Henry, we all know he green like fresh baby shit. He's not ready for this world. Even he was confused when he got there. He's supposed to be learning how to weld, and he's telling Daryl after he was spending the night in the drunk tank, "I don't know who I am here, Daryl. I don't know what I'm supposed to do." And so he locked him up. He said, "You got one more night." And while he was locked up, that's when they called Dirty Diana, aka Lydia, had her locked up. While they was trying to interrogate her and understand what's going on to protect themselves, he's over here trying to advocate for her, trying to be little Johnny Cochran and try to defend her. And he, "Daryl, what are you doing? No, she's just a girl, Daryl. What? I don't understand. Why are you doing this?" He ain't even seen this girl, and yet he's still trying to defend her. And Daryl tried to tell him, "You need to shut up. You belong here until you know how to wise up." And so they began to talk and stuff, and Daryl, smart as he was able to use their talking and bonding to gain information. And he was actually getting some good information unknowingly, but she reversed it because he's an idiot. And so he started telling her about the kingdom and everything, because he's square as a pool table and twice as green. And so Daryl had to yank him up out of there and let him know, "Hey, what the hell's your problem? Why would you tell her about the kingdom? Why would you do that? What do you mean? Wait a minute. You were listening to me?" And so he tried to reverse it, not realizing he'd been riding the gravy train with biscuit wheels his whole life. And now he's putting people's lives in danger. And Daryl like, "Yeah, it was working too until you told him about the kingdom." He's like, "You know what? She's right. You're an asshole. I'm leaving, Daryl. You can ask her yourself." And so he didn't even understand why he walked off with his little chest poked out, bird chest, thinking that he was doing something, ain't nothing but a paper soldier. And then he tried to question Daryl again. "Daryl, you seem like you're the kind of guy that beats on people, but then again, it seems like you're not. I think that we can show her that this is a good place here. Like, what is his problem? This is the only girl that he can find that he liked. He should have had more props. He was little Prince Porkchop in the kingdom, and he couldn't find no girl he liked, to the point where he snuck down there when he was free and let her out. I mean, I don't understand that. He was an idiot trying to let her out. She could have did anything. And he's this way because Carol and King Ezekiel, King Easy-E, he's not teaching him right. And so they didn't even know how to sneak out right. And while they was trying to sneak out, both of them trip over a little brick on the ground. I don't know how you trip over that. And next thing you know, she pulls out a little worm. I guess she wanted to make a little peace offering, cook him dinner. And so she pulled out the worm and had it hanging. And I guess, he was liking the angle of the dangle. And so he watched her eat it. And then she gave him one. And so, like an idiot, he just gonna take it and eat it. And he's been eating good food. He knows better. But I guess he was about to leave an oyster in his shorts. He was so excited to be with a girl, and so he ate it like a dummy. And so he was sitting there with this Dirty Diana, and he just doesn't get it. She could have put both towns in jeopardy, both settlements. She could have told these people. He knows nothing about it. And he's so green, he didn't even know that while he was talking and trying to show her things, he had his back turned. She was grabbing a hammer, and it was about to be hammer time all upside his head. And the only thing that ended up saving him, because she had his head zeroed in, that big water head, and it was a baby crying. And so that baby crying kind of threw her off a little bit. And so he was about to be sap of the month right there, no doubt. But luckily that baby started crying and started making her tweak out. And so she ended up wanting to go back into the cage. And, he didn't know what to say or do. He didn't understand that people have been through a lot. And so she ended up wanting to hold hands, and so they started holding hands while they slept, getting a little hand jive going on. And you know, that just show how much of an idiot he is. He's too soft. He doesn't understand this world. And even when Daryl came, it should have been a wake-up call, because they started to talk to her more, and she opened up, told the truth about her parents, told them about the lies, told them about how her mom is what she is. And he like, what do you mean she won't come back? You're her daughter. Isn't that mean something? And so she was like, no. And so he still didn't get it. And so Daryl left. He understands, but nobody is talking to him and explaining it to him the world. And he like, you know what, Daryl? I'm glad my mom knows you. I mean, he's just an idiot. And even when Alpha came and brought all of those walkers there, and everybody knew the danger that they presented and what she was out for, and even Daryl understood and was, you know, upset, and they had their people there, then they wanted to make a trade. Henry is the main one talking about, what are you doing? You can't give her up, to the point where he took her and ran away. So he put everybody's life in danger. He gave her some new clothes. I know her, she had to be smelling like Dumbo down there. I mean, I know she had that death breath. They've been eating worms and never brushed her teeth since she was 6 years old. So I know they should have had her teeth falling out. But you know, Henry, he's softer than the other side of the pillow, so he don't know. And so even when they found him to tell him, hey, Henry, come back, you guys just go away, just turn back, just go. And so, like, who does he think he is, that he could just take her away and put everybody's life in danger? And so, you know, Enid tried to explain to him. He like, how could you live with that? I couldn't do that. How could you live with everybody in that camp dying because of you? You know, nobody presented that decision to him. He's talking about he can't live with her mom beating her. That's her mom. And even she was like, you know what? Those are my people. I'm going to go back. And he like, wait a minute. No, it's got to be another way. No, we got to try something. She like, those are my people. I want to go back. That's my mom. Maybe she changed. Nobody can change like that. And so she gave him a little kiss with that death breath. And, you know, that right there left for Oyster in his shorts. That little sweet Peter Jeter was, you know, standing at attention. But he need to get over it. You know, he shouldn't put everybody's life in danger. And then he was standing there when they turned her over to Alpha. He saw that they had Luke and, you know, hostages. And yet and still, he was still ready to go back and try to get her by himself after this was all over. And yeah, the mama smacked the spice out of her when she got her back and things. But, you know, that's their family issue. Nobody has told him the truth. And so he's sitting there preparing to go with his little stick. And, you know, he got his stick on hard, thinking he about to do something. And as Daryl is leaving, he like, Daryl, you know what we sent her back to? How could you live with that? He like, you just live with it. She like, yeah, that's what Enid said. I can't do that. How could you not live with that versus putting everybody in this you know, community and the kingdom in danger and possibly dead because you got a crush on Dirty Diana? I don't get it. Nobody has told him straight up and down, look, you want these people to die, you could live with that? And he's sitting there by himself, you know, can't sleep, restless leg syndrome. And so he ends up leaving. And I blame, once he left, I blame Carol and Eazy-E, King Ezekiel, because they have not told him the truth about out there and what people go through and how people tried to eat people, kill people, Negan, all of this stuff. They too busy living the fairy tale inside the kingdom, you know, trying to kiss like it's the Titanic reborn. And so they needed to tell him so he could be prepared to be a good leader. He's an idealist and he doesn't realize the world that he's living in, and he's going to get people killed. Point example, Daryl went to go look for him now. So now he's going to put Daryl's life in danger, as well as Connie is gonna be, I don't know what she's so broke up about it for. She barely spent time with the girl or knew the damn girl, but now she's so broke up she can't stand it and live with it, so she leaves with him. That's two more people whose lives is in danger, and when they don't come back fast enough, more people are gonna go look for them, and it's just a downward cycle that continues. What if they not back by the time Carol and King Eazy-E find out? There's no telling how many people's lives he's putting in danger when he gets caught up. What information is he going to give up? You know, he's just a downward spiral. He's not thinking properly, and nobody has schooled him and put him aside and told him the consequences of his actions. To me, Henry, they tried to raise him up like it was the old way, and it's not. And he is way too good for the world of the Walking Dead. Even worse than Carl and Judith. So I think he needs a big wake-up call. And unfortunately, I think a lot of people are going to die. We already saw that it's going to be a lot of heads on spikes. And mark my words, I bet you it's because of something that Henry did that made those people die or helped for them to die. So we'll see. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to hit that like button. I'm looking forward to the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.